your feed to have it look like people that you admire, that you look like. Like if you're Indian, for instance, you can have your feed look like other Indian women that look like you, that may be navigating certain things and have similar body types. And that'll make you feel so much more seen and normalized. Hello cuties, welcome to yet another episode of Brown Girl Unscripted. It's your Rucha and I'm so happy you're here. I'm coming in from New York and it is really hot outside. We're wearing more shorts, we're wearing bikini tops, we're wearing all the things. And that's why I wanted to talk about a topic today that might really resonate with so many of us, and that is body positivity. I feel like as a first gen girly, a lot of my audience, you guys, are first gen. And I think we've grown up in a society where you're told what is a good body, a bad body, what it should look like, all the things. And when it comes to growing into your 20s and really navigating this as an adult, it can be kind of tough. And so I wanted to share the ways in which I've healed my relationship with my body as someone who used to literally struggle with this so much. I went through a lot of acne and I also went through a lot of weight fluctuations growing up. And because of that, I would hate on my body. And I remember literally being like, oh my God, I look fat, I look this. And I look back in the pictures and I'm like, I looked fine. I was so pretty and I wish I didn't do that. And same thing goes for the acne that I went through. Like, yeah, there was bad moments, but honestly, I was still really pretty with it. So that being said, the first thing that I did when it came to healing my relationship with my body is speaking up whenever there was any comments about my body, right? So if you have an older family member or anyone in your life really that's making offhanded comments about you should wear this, you shouldn't wear this, or you need to do this, or your body looks this way, like you gain weight, you lost weight, the biggest thing you can do is say something. And then if they're not changing that, distance yourself from them, because hearing that constantly is the worst thing you can do for your body. And that being said, the other way you can distance yourself from it, if this messaging isn't coming from a family member or just anyone in your life otherwise, is social media that you consume, because we're always scrolling. We always have our doom scrolling moment. I do it, you do it, we all do it. But when you curate your social media feed to be something that inspires you and provides you with the representation to feel comfortable in your own skin, I think that is when the true power of social media is discovered, because you can curate your feed to have it look like people that you admire, that you look like. Like if you're Indian, for instance, you can have your feed look like other Indian women that look like you, that may be navigating certain things and have similar body types. And that'll make you feel so much more seen and normalized. Or otherwise, you might be comparing yourself to a white girl with blue eyes, blonde hair, and she's super skinny and doesn't have the same body type in the same way. Like you might be curvy, you might be skinny fat, as a lot of us South Asian folks go through, right? So curating your feed to that is so important. It's helped me a lot. I used to be kind of insecure with my nose at times, and I just curated my feed to be with people that have ethnic noses, and that changed the game. And I was like, wait, I'm okay with this now, who cares? And that was something that really helped. The other thing is, and this might be a little bit of I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think it's so important to get in touch with what you like sexually, because you getting to know your body is the best thing you can do in being positive about it, right? So whether that means getting a sex toy, or if you're dating someone, exploring new things and just wanting to take quote unquote risks, or doing something new in that area, that's something that can always make you feel more positive about your body, because you're getting more in tune with it. Whereas otherwise, if you kind of grew up, which regardless of whether you're first gen or not, I think we all grew up in just an area where you're encouraged to have more shame around those sort of things. So I think every girl should have experience with a dildo or any sort of sex toy. I think it's the butterfly or the rose toy that a lot of people like using, but using those sort of things and providing pleasure to yourself gives you such a strong sense of agency in a way that just looking at yourself in the mirror or telling yourself I'm hot, I'm pretty, it's not gonna do, because it I don't know what it is. It's cosmic or some shit. It's something that every girl needs to experience, and I want y'all to experience that. The last thing, I'm gonna list 3 things, is that you can very easily wear clothes that actually flatter your body, right? So I think that we love looking at trends. We love looking at the hottest new piece of clothing that everyone is wearing. But I think it is really important to look at the clothes that make you feel good in your own skin. It doesn't have to be the hottest thing on the market. It can be something that you actually really like. And this also helps you stand out in the fashion world in terms of like how you express yourself. Because if you actually like something, like I know everyone hates skinny jeans now, but I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like skinny jeans, and I'm Gen Z, but I still really like them, yet everyone hates them. I don't stop wearing skinny jeans because everyone hates them. It makes me feel like I have really nice thighs. I like the way my ass looks in it, and I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I honestly, there was a point where I didn't wear those because I was like, oh, I have to wear only mom jeans and boyfriend jeans, but who cares? Like, what if I don't want to only wear that? Taking actions like that empower you, even in the types of like tops you wear. Like for me, I love wearing tops that are glued to my body, like that enhance like just my figure up top, and I think those just make me feel like I'm sexy, and I pay attention to those specific moments when I feel like that and what I'm wearing during those moments, right? And I don't know, just really, like, fashion is such a strong movement to get yourself closer to body positivity, and at the end of the day, all this does is fuel your confidence, because when you're in a room, when you're giving an interview, when you're pitching your business, when you're building professional relationships, or even meeting the love of your life, the way that you feel in your body is the way that your confidence is going to be influenced. And that's going to influence the way in which you make career decisions, whether you learn that new technology. I know it sounds kind of crazy me making this parallel connection to it, but it is so connected, because your confidence in yourself, in your body, relates to how you show up in these moments. Like, are you fidgeting and you're feeling insecure about what you're wearing? Like, that's not good. You don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that. So you taking agency about just wearing things that make you feel comfortable and sexy and empowered is important. And I think in a lot of these environments, like in the tech industry or any career industry, I say tech because like that's what I'm in, but it really is not like talked about enough, where it's like, oh well, yeah, like that stuff is just weird, like don't talk about that, whatever. But like this actually impacts how you show up, how confident you feel on a day where you're feeling horrible about your body, but you want to learn a new piece of technology. You're learning AI. You're gonna be like, damn, I suck, I feel so ugly, I don't want to do this. Are you really gonna push yourself to learn a new technology and be smart if you feel like literal crap? Like, it's less likely, I'm gonna be honest. And I say this because I've gone through this in the past, and I had to reverse engineer that and learn that empowering myself and my body and just looking hotter made me feel better, do better, and navigate situations professionally and personally so much better. And you know, that's what I love talking about on Brown Girl Unscripted. So yeah, I hope these tips helped you out. I hope that you felt like you have a little bit more agency and less shame around navigating your relationship with your body, whether it's wearing that piece of clothing that maybe your friends aren't wearing, maybe it's doing something like buying a sex toy that maybe is shamed upon or you didn't grow up with, you might feel shy towards doing, or maybe it's just standing up to someone that's making you feel like shit about your body. You don't want any of those. And at the end of the day, you are in charge of making yourself the type of person that is confident. Like, you have your traumas, you have your experiences, you have the things that have hurt you in the past, but constantly blaming those things and using that as an excuse to move forward in this life in a negative way, especially with relation to your body and not working out or not just doing things that are good for your body, just gonna lead you to having a really poor lived life. And I don't want you to have that, okay? I love you. I hope you liked this episode. And I want you to let me know in the comments what you liked, what resonated, what didn't resonate too, because I want to make sure we're actually having a good conversation. And if we're not, please let me know in the comments, because I want to hear it all. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. This one's for the girls who make their own rules.